E470. Yeah. Alright, today we are talking about Colorado's E470 along with C470, Colorado 470, and the Northwest Parkway, which for some reason does not have a number. So we're looping around Denver before the Chiefs show up in town in a few days here to hopefully beat the Broncos for a 17th straight time. Alright, we'll take a look at the route of the two 470s. The Northwest Parkway is not bolded here, but we see the green is the toll E470 and the red is the free Colorado 470, and then up in the upper left there is the Northwest Parkway. So we will be talking about all three of them today. You're watching Control City Freak. This is the YouTube channel where we talk about highways and the places that they're signed to go to. If you dig this kind of content, why not give us a like? And if you really like it, why not subscribe? Yeah, subscribe. Alright, right around now is when I should tell you you could request your exit for a $5 super sticker. And I am also going to be launching a Patreon. Yay, I bet you guys have been excited about that. Which will have all kinds of fun bonus features, and I'm starting it out at a $5 level. If you want to join, you can get involved in the conversation there, and if you join for $5 right now, you will get a free super thanks each month as well for joining. Please take a look at that. I will put the link for the Patreon in the description of this episode. Also, just so you know, if you do want to request an exit, we will be doing Germany Autobahn 3 next week as the Chiefs will be in Frankfurt. Week after that, the Chiefs are on bye, so we are going to look at my second favorite team who happen to be playing on Thursday night, the Chicago Bears, and that will be the northern half of US 41. So US 41 from Henderson, Kentucky on north. The week after that, we're in Philly, so we're doing 476. Back to Pennsylvania. Aye. All right, let's talk about the inner loop of the 470 contraption. All right, so we start here on Via Vergara, and this is the beginning of the Northwest Parkway. We see Begin Tollway right here. And we quickly get a laundry list of exits. We see US 287, Toll Plaza, and Sheridan Parkway will be the ones coming up soon. We do get this nice Northwest Parkway sign, but no number for some reason. They ran out of 470 shields, I guess. I don't know why they don't just make this some kind of 470 too. And we see at this exit, we will have to pay $1.30 to get off here. We've got Express Toll and Go Pass. This is an all-electronic tolling system road, as is E470. And our toll here is going to be $4.80. Whoa, that's a high toll. And actually, I think it's up to $5.25 now, according to the Northwest Parkway's website. So quite an expensive little road here. And we see on Sheridan Parkway, if you want to go right, it's $1.60 to get onto 25. And if you want to go the other way to 287 and 36, it is $4.80. To the end of the Northwest Parkway, so we get this tollway, E470, Thornton, Brighton, Commerce City,
Brockway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook.
Those are like literally the next three suburbs we hit. Why would we possibly sign those when you could have like the airport or Aurora that has 300, 400,000 people in it? We meet I-25. I-25 is predictably and sensibly signed for Denver and Fort Collins. However, on I-25, E470 will be signed for Lyman. So we have found a way to do worse than Thornton, Brighton, and Commerce City. We're going with the big L instead. So here we are on E470 proper, and we're seeing we get York Street, Colorado Boulevard, and Quebec Street coming up. Get a Denver International Airport 17 miles sign. Probably a lot of the traffic on this road is for DIA. And we get, oh, Todd Creek Golf Course. That's a well-named place. Ah, yes, we see Todd Creek is a small suburban town right here. Wow. Maybe it's time we have a show called Todd's Creek. Maybe that's what we're watching right now. Ew, that's twice I've gone really far to make a Dawson's Creek joke that maybe 3 people will laugh at, but what? Worth it. Don't care. Alright, continuing down, we get a super useful all traffic sign. What, are you going to drive into the hill here? And here's our first toll. They have decommissioned the manual toll lanes. It is all electronic. And we see 2 axles, which we probably would be on, would be $2.90 for Express. If you have the Colorado version, the Easy Pass, toll by plate is $4.60. So not a cheap road to drive on at all. We're meeting US 85 for Brighton and Commerce City. Wow, that's 2 of the 3 places we got signed to originally. We pass right over I-76, no interchange. However, the next interchange, we do get a 276. So 76 bound traffic would be exiting at 120th Street. Probably not a lot of it. And here's our next toll booth. Same prices as before, $290 and $460. 2 toll booths already. And we are getting to Denver International Airport and Pena Boulevard, this exit. This is probably one of the main reasons anybody's on 470 at all, because of the airport. After the airport, our next laundry list is 64th Avenue and 56th Avenue. And we get another toll booth on the other side of the airport, between the airport and I-70, because you wouldn't want to be able to go between those for free. So $265 and $425, a little bit cheaper on this one. And we're meeting I-70 for Aurora in Denver. Kind of weird to see Aurora as a westbound exit, but I guess we are on the western fringe of Aurora here. And of course, east. Where else could east possibly be but the most important city in the world? Here's a look at the interchange with 70. It's kind of a weird looking interchange. You kind of get off one side and have exits going the other way. And after 70, we get another toll pretty quickly, so we get $290 or $460 once again. There wasn't much in the way of exits there that I'm going to look at going in this direction. I'm just going to skip ahead to the next toll booth. So another one, $260 and $420 this time. And this is the final toll. But this means the total toll for 470, if you are driving with the Colorado version of the Easy Pass, is going to be $14. If you don't have that, it's going to be $22.25. And then if we add the Northwest Parkway's additional $5 in there for any kind of travel, I imagine this road doesn't get that much traffic just because of the high tolls that it has. All right, here we are meeting I-25, and I-25 is signed for Colorado Springs and Denver. Toll E470 ends, and we will now be on West 470. Colorado 470, signed for Grand Junction. US 85, again, this time called Santa Fe Drive, and we got nice foothills in the background here. Pretty nice view on this road. And here is where we're going to be making our curve north, and we see we are right on the foothills here on this western edge of the Denver Metro. And continuing to see, we drive north along the foothills, so yeah, nice looking drive. Never been on this road. Now we're meeting US 285. It is signed for Denver and Fairplay. And now we get our laundry list of exits. We see I-70 will be 3/4 mile, US 6, 2 1/4. Here we see 70 West Grand Junction and 70 East Denver coming soon, US 6, 6th Avenue, 2 miles. And we see if you get off at that collector ramp, you do have the option to get back onto 470 for 6th Avenue. Wonder if that's on purpose that US 6 is 6th Avenue. That seems pretty well done. It's also kind of a weird name because most of it is a freeway, not an avenue. And so we see 6 East, 6th Avenue, and 6 West to Colorado 93 for Boulder is going to be our final exit. And if we continue driving straight, we pass over Colfax Avenue, US 40 here, and then we end at this stoplight for 6th Avenue. So that will be the end of the 470s. All right, let's take a look at the outer loop. And we see here on US 6, 6th Avenue, it starts with 470 to 70 West, Grand Junction, Colorado Springs. So not 70 East. If you want 70 East, you're going to want to go straight on 6th Avenue. It's faster. Coming from the other way on US 6, coming from the city side, we see just a sign saying 470 and Johnson Road the other way. Once we're on 470, exit 1 is 70 West for Grand Junction. And on I-70, here's what it looks like. We see 470 for Boulder and Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs, I think, is the right pick. Boulder, it's okay, but probably Golden might work a little better because it's a well-known place. The Coors Brewery's there, and 470 actually goes there. And on random interchanges, this one being US 285, we get East 470 to 25, and West 470 to 70 are our control cities, just the next interstates we hit. Here's another nice look at driving through the foothills here, quite lovely. And here in another random interchange, we see 470 West, 470 East, no control cities given. Here's where we meet with I-25. We see this is exit 26. We are going to be on North Toll E470. They're calling it North, even though we are still continuing to go east, because I think they're signing the whole thing north-south. The North Toll, Lyman. You know, Aurora doesn't have 400,000 people. There's no airport. Yeah, Lyman, definitely the right place to sign. Idiots. 25 North Denver, 25 South Colorado Springs. Almost more like you have to get off at an exit for the E470 and the mainline traffic goes to I-25. Almost. And here we've got an exit request. This is from LurkerERS. He wanted to see Parker Road on E470, so here is a look at that exit. Thank you so much for the request, really appreciate that. I should also note here, this is exit 5. Our last exit was exit 26, so when we get from 470 onto E470, we don't keep the same mileage. We start over again, which seems needlessly complicated to me. And here we're going to be meeting I-70, east for... and west for Denver. And now we're assigned E470 for Fort Collins and Airport. I just think like Airport would probably just do the job here anyway. The airport is such a major draw, especially from this part on 70. Probably most people getting at E470 here from 70 are going to the airport. At least people not coming from the city, because they would be taking Pena Boulevard. We get north E470, Fort Collins, and Aurora, Denver. Here is our exit for the airport, Denver International Airport, Pena Boulevard East. And from Pena Boulevard, we get E470 toll south to Colorado Springs. We don't get Lyman, we get Colorado Springs. That is fantastic. I wonder what made them change their minds. 70 is still south of here. Normally that would dictate must be Lyman, but no, good move here, nice. E470 toll north for Boulder and Fort Collins. So we get Boulder on there. We don't usually see Boulder on this road, on this part of it. On the C470 part you do. And back on to E470, we have this 120th Avenue exit again for 276 West. We do get a direct connection with 76 East this time around. And we can see our laundry list of exits, 120th Avenue, 76, and 85 coming up. And we get 76 East, Fort Morgan, you know, where all the people are going. Colorado. And 25 gets its sensible Denver and Fort Collins signage. And on I-25, we get this tollway exit, so we see the Northwest Parkway logo and the E470 logo, because they're two different roads, Lyman and Broomfield. This sign makes no sense at all, Lyman and Broomfield. Broomfield is literally just the next town over on the Northwest Parkway, whereas Lyman is your more far long-distance control city. So normally, if you have a long-distance control city, it's going to be like a big one, and if you're going to have a suburb, you're going to have another suburb to be congruous, or you're going to have two long-distance control cities. You're not going to have a suburb that has way more people than the stupid long-distance control city that they're naming here. Why not just the next two suburbs, or go with Aurora and Boulder? All right, now we're getting 287 for Dillon Road. This is the last full exit on the Northwest Parkway, and we do continue E470's numbers here because this is exit 52. And you could see if you were on Dillon Road, if you get on 470, it is signed 42 US 36, and it is $1.70 to drive down that, or Dillon Road you can go straight. So we've got 2 minutes, about 2 miles to drive down there. That would cost $1.70. Let's say if we want to shunpike this one. Oh well, a whole 4 minutes. Takes an extra 2 minutes. So that $1.70 saves you a whole 2 minutes. So unless you're making at least 60, 70 bucks an hour, not worth your time to take 470 there. Alrighty, let's see. We've got 96th Street coming up and US 36, 1 mile away, even though we don't actually connect with US 136 until we are on a city street. So we are getting our stoplight and we are getting our 2 US 36 signs. So you can continue on the city street portion here to US 36. Let's look at it on US 36. On US 36, we get this Northwest Tollway next right with no control cities other than the airport, although the airport itself is a fine control city, so I got no beef with that. Alright, let's talk about TODs the way it should be for E470, 470, and the Northwest Tollway, or Expressway, whatever they call it. So for inner loop, I'm going to say it should be the airport. It's probably the main driver of traffic on this road. Then Aurora. It doesn't go through central Aurora, but it does have Aurora exits. And then Colorado Springs, then Golden. I would say from I-25, it should be signed for Golden because it actually goes there, and because the route to Boulder is a little roundabout-ish from there, so Golden makes sense. Outer loop, I would say Colorado Springs from the beginning, as they do, then Aurora from I-25. There's no reason why they wouldn't sign it Aurora from I-25. And then the airport, once we meet, general Aurora-ness, I guess, the airport from there. And then Fort Collins after Pena Boulevard, Boulder after I-25. All right, thank you so much for watching this episode of Control City Freak. I really enjoyed doing this, and we will be back next week with the Autobahn. So that'll be cool. And then Northern US 41 the week after. All right, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. And until next time, my name is Todd, and keep on trucking.